Welcome back, welcome back. We are continuing our coverage here in our 726 studios here in Harrison, Arkansas with Glen Redding, and he is with the American Legion.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking about a First Responder Awards Banquet, and this is something extremely new, right?
It is for the area. The American Legion has done it for quite some time, and what they normally do nationwide is they'll give an award to the Officer of the Year award and the Firefighter of the Year award. So I'm the service officer with the American Legion here at Post 44 in Harrison, and being a service officer, when vets come out and they're having trouble getting hooked up with the VA and they don't know what they can do and what they can't, I try to give them guided to the Veterans Administration to get them what they need.
Okay.
In doing that, they knew I had been a policeman for most of my career, and they said, what can we do locally in conjunction with this first responders that they do nationwide? And I said, well, let's go ahead and try to do an award for the local area, but let's extend it out further. And the other guys, Lonnie Anderson, the commander of it, he went ahead and said, look, let's do 6 awards. Let's do one for the local police department, Officer of the Year.
Yeah.
State Trooper from Troop I, Officer of the Year. Harrison Police Department, Firefighter of the Year. Let's include the Volunteer Fire Department, because they don't get enough recognition for what they do. Let's include the Boone County Sheriff's Office for a Deputy of the Year. And finally, what about EMS? What about those people that are out there driving an ambulance and responding to all these accidents, which I've worked with for 40 years? And we thought it was a great idea to provide 6 awards to 6 different people on the same night, recognize those from our community, and we're going to have their chiefs come to help present an award. And I'm hoping that the county judge will be there and the mayor, and I think they've contacted some state legislators to hope that they would come too, because it's in my heart, those first responders, because I've done that for 32, 34 years.
Well, they're unsung heroes. They're the people that don't get the accolades. You know, it's written up in the paper, but they're never mentioned a lot of times.
A young officer died last night in Mobile, Alabama. Working a homicide. A woman was found dead on the road. They went to a house, and that officer was shot and killed just going up to the perimeter of where they thought the suspect might be. And that's 19 officers since January 1st have died in the line of duty. That's 19 officers in just this short period for 2018. So ambulance drivers get in confrontations with people that are not stable. Fire departments get shot upon in bad neighborhoods when they're trying to put out a fire. So I want to recognize these men and women, and I think the community here is a strong community, and it's very supportive of first responders.
Have you chosen the recipients?
The recipients were chosen. What we did is we contacted each agency and said, we would like for you to participate. We want you to choose them because you know better who would be deserving of it than we would. So the police department chose an Officer of the Year. The Sheriff's Office did. Yes, all 6 agencies have selected someone. They've submitted those names to us. We're going to have a plaque made to present them on March 13th.
And they will be revealed then on the not before the 13th, probably? Or?
We may. The newspaper's talking about running somebody each day, 6 days before the event from each agency, so they may reveal that ahead of time.
And that helps to promote the banquet, too.
Yes, yes. The banquet's March 13th, and it's going to be at the Durand Center at 7 p.m., and we're selling tickets for $15 a ticket. And I'm going to give you a complimentary ticket so that you can come if you like. I'll have to get you another one.
She takes all of the freebies.
I do. I'm taking that freebie.
Well, let's talk about the banquet.
You want to read that?
Let's see. Who's serving?
Jamie's Restaurant is going to provide the food for the banquet. We're going to open the doors at 6:30, and what we're doing is like the fire department. Those guys pooled their resources because the city or the counties can't buy that tickets themselves or buy the tables. So the fire department went ahead and they've bought 3 tables, 8 people at a table, 24 tickets to go. We provide them a complimentary ticket for the award winner, his wife, and their chief. And we did that with each agency. So the police department, they're buying a table or 2, and of course we've gone out to sell ads in our handout in the program. We'll have ads in there, so the local businesses, they can put in a 1/4-page ad, a 1/2 page. It's an election year, so the politicians can put
they'll be putting in
they can put their card in there if they want, or a 1/2 page, or I would recommend a whole page for somebody who's really running for office or for a good business in town.
Seeing you're a salesman on the side.
Well, we're trying to. We're not out here to make money on that, and that's not what we're doing. We're hoping to just break even. This is the first year. We hope to continue it every year because it's important. to recognize those people that come out and work at night while we're asleep.
And the money.
And you mentioned all that about sponsorships and all, but how would someone, if they want to do that, how do they do that?
Well, there's a couple ways to do it. The easiest way is to go ahead and contact Lonnie Anderson. He's our commander, and the phone number is 870-210. You're going to have to help me. I can't.
Okay.
2562?
2582.
2582.
2582.
Okay. And they can buy tickets. If you just want to buy tickets, it's jackwilliamsawards.com.
Oh, okay.
You can go to the
So you go
internet and buy
online.
them. You can buy them at Hudson's.
Okay.
You can buy them at Ozark Bearing on 65 Business on Main Street. Both those locations are selling tickets. You can contact me. I'll get you some tickets. But the American Legion, we're hoping it'll be a good year this year for those 6 agencies. We're hoping to bring people's awareness as to who's out there when you need them to help, who's
You
going to be there
bet.
first.
Good deal.
You bet.
We want people to support that because I know firsthand. I was a volunteer fire department for quite a while, and there's a lot of help out there. A lot of situations that, if it wasn't for those volunteers or for the service organizations, people just wouldn't get help.
They don't have a basic search and rescue team as far as just that train every day for search and rescue and go out and do search and rescue. When that happens, what do we get? We normally get the volunteer firefighters.
Exactly.
I was on the board here for Boone County Search and Rescue for many years, and these volunteer firefighters, they're not getting paid, but they're coming out and training. They have to have all the training, just
And
like
they
when we
buy
have,
their own equipment.
for a hurricane or a disaster, you
absolutely.
can't run a command post without going through the FEMA program. So
Right.
you have to be qualified to do that. And when we had the ice storm and were shut down years ago, those volunteer firefighters, policemen, sheriff, the county judge, we were all up at the airport and set up a command post when all the power lines were down here for a week or two, and we got food out where it needed to go. We got generators brought in from FEMA and set them up at the water plants. Because see, without you can have water at Alpena and you can have water at Valley, but if you don't have electricity, you can't pump that water.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the things the first responders do without ever getting paid. They go away from their families. My wife had candles at home to keep warm while I was at the airport, and I was warm because we had generators set up. So I felt guilty, but she toughed it out, and we made do. But the first responders, they're out there when everybody else is at home.
Right.
I want to give them credit, and I hope everybody comes out.
I think that's wonderful.
Yeah. The Jack Williams Award for First Responders, and it's coming up March
13th
March
at 7
13th.
p.m. And see,
7 p.m.
Jack Williams, a local guy that died in Iwo Jima, and he received the Congressional Medal of Honor. He was a corpsman, a medic, and he saved lives at Iwo Jima. We have that documented. And so we thought how fitting that would be to name this award off of somebody like that, so that ties it to the American Legion, ties it to the military as first responder, and ties it to the first responder.
Awesome.
I think it's a good
It should be an
Wonderful.
interesting evening, and we encourage everyone to buy a ticket and buy a table.
Yeah, buy a table. You can buy a table. We have with the ads, you can get an ad and tickets to go with it. You can buy a table with tickets. We had one of our local businesses bought some tickets and said, we don't want them. Give them to some of the firemen,
Absolutely.
policemen, or the
Yeah.
ambulance service people that maybe can't afford to even buy the
afford it,
tickets.
yeah.
And I did that. We turned them out. That's what we're doing when people buy tickets. If they don't want to go, we'll make sure that other policemen or firemen that maybe
Awesome.
couldn't afford to go can be there.
Glenn, thanks so much for
Wonderful.
coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank
We
you for
always want you
Appreciate
to
it.
come back.
I'll have
Always.
to, I'll have to
please
come back
do.
to bring another ticket. That way you can both come.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Thanks so much for joining us. If you'd like to be a part of the program here, you can contact us very easily by calling us here at the office, 870-741-4891, or you can go to our Facebook page at Hometown Television or our website at hometowntv.net. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. See you.